guys are all, hi, I'm Clovis!
What's up, guys?
Don't spit on me. We will have to cut you off.
None of my shirts fit him, so.
Oh, yeah. We're cute. We're live in 3, 2. What's up, guys? No, I'm kidding.
It's not even recording.
It is recording.
Oh, I can't
Yes,
see
I
the
read that.
red dot.
Red
Okay.
dot. All right, guys. Today we have something special.
Yeah.
Welcome, Clovis.
This is his first time on camera.
Can you guys put those,
Online.
applaud sounds in the background?
Sure, I'll put
definitely.
some applause sounds for you, man.
Oh.
Every time I make a funny joke, just put those laughing ones.
A laugh track. It's gonna be a laugh track.
Oh, great. You only have to put it like once.
All right, this is not mine. This is mine. Okay, get that out of here. It's crazy.
Welcome. Oh yeah, shit.
Don't worry, it's not up yet.
Mhm.
Oh shit, it's up. We're on. Where are we at, Clovis? You get to choose.
I think I want to go to... Let's go to the beach.
We're going to the beach. We've already been.
Okay,
But you know,
I've never been to the beach.
Wait, no, I want to go to
Lean forward so the people can see.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, we could do that.
Switzerland.
Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I've been waiting to do that since I watched you guys' videos.
Okay.
Alright, nice little treat.
We didn't talk about what we were going to talk about, just a little sliver of it.
Yeah.
So this is just going to be, like the rest, like the, last 3 episodes?
I think it's going to be kind of open forum, but
Okay.
I did want to start off with introducing Clovis as his generation, I guess.
Yeah.
And just kind of...
Snowflake.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Snowflake generation. He's wearing white for the occasion. No, just kind of get to know about how you feel. Like, first of all, how old are you?
14.
14 years old. So how do you feel?
This is an interrogation, so you can calm down.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, you can
breathe.
put
I'm
your
on.
arms
I did
down.
not murder him!
Before you pass out, take a breath. You're good.
You're like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Calm down, Mr. Clinton.
No, but just... So 14 years old, it's an interesting time. If I could go back 14 years old,
Oh, Jesus.
I'd tell myself it's going to be okay.
I don't even remember what I was doing at 14, honestly.
No?
No. I can't think of
How
what
old
I
is
was
that? What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
doing. Okay, I remember what I was doing. in
Yeah,
eighth
I
grade.
remember too.
Yep.
I was a nerd.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was a jock. I was beating up nerds.
He'd be giving me swirlies.
No.
But,
So, 14, huh? The big 1-4.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's weird. Mostly all, I wouldn't say me, because, I'm not really on it, but, everybody's really just focusing on social media now. It's really taking a toll on everyone.
I could see that. Do you see, like especially in class, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny that you say that is, I get on social media, it's especially Instagram, and I feel like that's a good place to market yourself as a person, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a lot of, young girls on there.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all familiar with the expression of catfishing, right?
Oh,
And I feel
yep.
I feel like these girls have turned into a profession.
Mm-hmm.
And well, even the guys, you see people flaunting something that they don't want to be.
Yeah.
I'm not something they want to, something they want to be, but they aren't.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad we brought the social media thing up. One of my old friends tagged me in a post on, and I meant to send it to you, the video, but it was talking about social media and phones and how it's ruining relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Dom, this is for you if you watch this. When I say that, we'll talk about it. I mean it. It's not just like just to blow you off. Like okay, we'll talk about it. Like
Okay, keep your ideas to yourself.
yeah, like if it's a good idea, like we'll talk about it. But you know who Simon Sinek?
Sinek, yeah,
Sinek?
yeah.
He talks about it and how, like, the worst thing is to be on your cell phone, and he's like, he specifically talked about like bosses, and he says, say you go to work, he's like, hey, or you tell your boss, hey, could I talk to you for a second? And I go, yeah, what's up? What do you need, bud? I have my phone in my hand. I'm telling you, I'm kind of busy.
Well, you know what's funny about that too? As you were saying that, that's what I was focusing on.
Yeah, my cell phone.
The fact that you have the cell phone.
Yeah, and
yep.
See, and he says, put your phone in your pocket. If you don't have pockets, if you're in a dress or you're a female, you're in a dress, whatever, go to your desk bag. Okay, hold on. Put your phone on a desk or out of sight, wherever, and then come back. Look it out. What do you need? Like, what's up? And then he was talking about like meetings. Do you guys have meetings at work?
Yeah.
What do you guys do before you start a meeting?
Should we turn the cell phones up?
Yeah,
oh, well.
This is what I do. And everyone else, when we have meetings, I just scroll through Facebook until they go, all right.
So what we do when the bell rings.
Yeah.
Before the bell rings.
See? And that's the best time to make a relationship with the people at work. Put your phone down. Hey, Oscar, I heard about your mom. How is she doing? You know what I mean? It's just that communication that makes a relationship with someone. And like he was saying at the dinner table, when you go to the dinner table, say it's at a restaurant at home, you put your phone on the table, and he says that's already showing that my phone is more important than you guys because it's face up and it's in sight. Just in case something happens, I can see it.
Yeah.
He says putting it face down, just as rude because it's still there.
Yeah.
Put your phone away. You know, learn something. And that goes to school too. Like, all these kids, you can have a great relationship with someone. I'm not talking about a sexual relationship. I'm not talking about dating someone. Like, you and Demi. You know what I mean?
Demi. Classic Demi. Shout out to my boy Demi, by the
way. You and Demi, like, you guys put your phone away and you can have a strong relationship with someone because instead of scrolling through Snapchat and Instagram, you have a conversation and you learn about that person. And when we're before this and even after this, like, we'll get on it and then we'll put it away and we talk. And we learn. I've learned so much about you because we just fucking talk the whole time. And we don't just, all right, it's 9, all right, we'll wait till 9:30. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, it's 9:30, let's get started.
Yeah. We
actually have conversations, and because our phones aren't important to us when we're talking. You know what I mean? So go on with what you're saying about social media is important to people.
Well, honestly, I don't think social media is important at all. Because...
No, to other people at school. What I was saying.
Oh, to other people? I don't know. Like he said, they're trying to be something that they're not. And like, I think the camera makes you look 100% more better than what you are.
More better.
And
that's like 10 times better.
Yeah.
Just 10 times better.
Yeah, okay. So
lean forward so that people can see you.
But I think...
And me too. Because I had to lean back too.
Oh yeah, sorry. But this is probably like the king of fights.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I've never seen more fights happen at school than talking crap on your phone.
That goes with relationships. That goes with marriages, dating. If you don't have this, you don't fight because, I mean, one of the biggest reasons relationships end, and I'm pretty sure it's scientifically proven, that people post the happy. You never see. I mean, there's mad people on my Facebook that I'm like, oh, okay, get the fuck out of here. But when you look at relationships on Snapchat, they can have the worst relationship. But on Snapchat or Facebook, it's, I love this guy, I love this girl, you're my world. And people that are in a bad relationship see that and they're like, oh, or even in a good relationship, they see that and they're like, oh, I want that. I want what they have. You're not giving me that. Why aren't you giving me that?
That's a great point.
And it goes to shit because they see someone else's happiness on social media. And that goes with people working out. Like, you have such a good life. You're flaunting your money. You're going to the gym all the time. They go to the gym once a week and they post it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They have that $800 that they just posted. Yeah, but $700 of it is going to bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're struggling just as much as we are.
Mm-hmm.
But
We can't
it's
see
social
that.
media. Yeah, they're only going to post the good shit. You think I'm going to post a $100 bill? Like, word up, let's go. Hell no, I'm going to post it as soon as I cash my check so people can see what I make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you brought up the great point that I was like kind of percolating on. I was like, it's always that social media is always for how can people see me in the best light, you know?
Yes.
Like, how can people see me as like I'm winning,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I think this is why Gary Vee does so well, is because he's so transparent on what he does. Is that he tells people there's losses, and he tells them what his losses were, and he tells them it's not all about the glamorous life or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like there's shit,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to go through it.
Definitely.
And I think with the kids nowadays, it's like they see the millionaires on Instagram and they just want to be like that.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that those people took years to develop that. And not only that, but when you get there, your problems don't just go away,
Yeah.
you know?
And it's not easy to get there. Like, you're going to fail. People, they don't understand that there's going to be discouragement and there's going to be failure in order to get there. No one posts about what they failed at doing to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, very few. I shouldn't say no one, but very few do. People just post their success.
And I think it's starting to split too, because you start seeing who's more authentic with what they do.
Definitely 100%.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
and because we have good role models now.
Mhm.
We have the Gary V's and the Ed Milet's and the Andy Frisella and the Tony Robbins, and you know, all these entrepreneurial coaches that show you the path of like how to do it.
Mhm.
So then we try and structure ourselves to be like that too. So we're like our own little like entrepreneur goal makers, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck, right? Like people see them, they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this guy's trying
Mhm.
or whatever, but it completely opposes everyone else, where it's like they're faking it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just hard for those kids, and like it sucks being 8th grade because you still got 4 more years to go with these people,
Yeah.
and it can only get worse if they don't if we don't correct the path that we've been led on, because I mean we're all guilty of wanting to show more than what we are, you know?
Definitely.
But so,
Yeah.
like some kids don't have like what I have, like you guys to tell me this. So they're
Right.
just going 100% down the wrong path.
For sure.
Yeah.
But just because they don't have what you have, us talking about it. I've heard it multiple times through multiple people on the internet. This generation has no excuse because of the phone.
Yeah.
You could go online and look up naked ladies.
Mhm.
You can go online and look up funny videos, and it'll get you nowhere. Or you can get your phone and use it, and they can have exactly and a hell of a lot more than what we're telling you if they just search for it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't. The phone's a tool. It shouldn't be a distraction. It is. I mean, I'm guilty 100% of that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
the cell phone is if you use it correctly, it could be one of the best tools that you have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The best weapon in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple people telling people how to do it, and way more than what we know. I mean, we know 10% of what people are talking
less.
about.
Probably less. I'd
Yeah.
say there's a lot.
And these people are explaining how to do it, and there's books and everything. So when people say, "Well, I just never had that person tell me," it's an excuse. You know, They're just lazy. They didn't. It's either laziness or they didn't want to be told how to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this was
the
gonna say.
pride.
Yeah,
the pride
exactly.
of not being told how to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you know?
Yeah, there's,
Exactly. Yeah.
there's-
Yeah.
there are other people that just don't want to be told.
Yeah.
how to do it.
I'd rather work at McDonald's. I'm making enough money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even think they have the capacity to think that far.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, like, more recently, like, with the years, you start being able to have something called foresight. So, you're able to see your life ahead. What was that?
The dog toy? This guy's squeaking.
No, I think. It's my shoe.
So as you grow older, you're able to see like more into the future, like kind of like a gift. It's cool.
Yeah.
But at 14, all you're thinking about is like right now, and I think using the phones is also providing that like crutch of only being right here, right now. How many likes do I get right now? What can I post right now that makes me relevant?
Mm-hmm.
And
how is this gonna make me popular?
Yeah.
What's gonna make me popular?
It's like 2,000 followers at 15 years old is like, oh, I'm a bad bitch of the school. Like,
bro, 2,000 followers?
Look at him. His eyes lit up.
I'd be a bad bitch of my work. I don't care what you say, dog.
Bro, I'll show you how to do it.
2,000 followers.
You gotta go to the gym with me.
Dude, I'm just kidding.
No, it sucks that's because with that power of being of influence, because that's what it is. Those followers mean influence. Those followers means community. But when they're using that community to serve themselves, they're failing.
Definitely.
So
100%.
what we need to do is build that community, have 100, 2,000, 8 million followers. What are you gonna do with that? You gotta serve people. You gotta, look out for their best interests.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, and if you're out there flaunting your millions of dollars but not doing anything with it, or I guess showing the community how you get there, it's kind of like a lost gift.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it starts off with the small scale stuff that could like spiral out of control.
Yeah.
That kind of like brings me to the next point, which is we were talking about what people have to say about it, or like what people think about you, because you have goals, which is really cool for a 14-year-old to have, and a lot of times you get told no, because of your age, and somehow your age defines like something, I guess, like how you should think.
What are your goals? How many goals do you have? Name some.
Yeah. So my first goal, I want to go to college. Like that's like.
For what?
For engineering.
Okay.
But I don't know, because I wanted to be that since I was little, but now that I've gotten older, I'm like kind of like.
And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I want
to do this.
Yeah.
And not going to. I mean, if you go to college, that's awesome. But if you don't think you have to go, and you feel like there's something else in your life that's better, that's gonna make you money, or not even make you money, but make you happy and make you okay, do it. Yeah. Don't think that when everyone's like, go to college, you have to go to college. This is your life. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. You know what sucks is something you just said, which is kind of like not just funny, but like interesting to like look at, is because I was thinking, say when this video comes out and people watch it, it's like you could take two approaches with what you just said. It's like you're telling this kid to go to school, which is the right path.
Yeah.
But you're also telling him, don't go to school if you don't feel like it,
yeah.
which is the wrong path. But you preface it by saying, if it's what makes you happy. And for some reason, people tend to blot that out.
Yeah.
People don't give a fuck if you're happy or not. They just
That's why
want
this world
you to,
is so
they just,
miserable.
Yeah. And like at the end of the day, what is it all about? Is it about making money? Is it about being successful? What is success?
Yeah.
Success is subjective to whatever you want.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, if your success is to be happy,
you're successful.
Be successful.
If your success is to make other people happy, then do it. Be successful. But don't only make people happy because you want to make them happy.
See, that's what I will. bad
Me
problem
too.
with.
Yeah.
Me too. You're a people
Absolutely.
pleaser. You don't want people to be disappointed in you.
Yeah.
I think this whole group is people pleasers.
100%. Yeah, we've had multiple conversations about this.
Go back to the episode of Walk the Line or the
Yeah.
Fine Line. It's you gotta do what makes you happy, but then you also have this half of like making other people happy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you walk that line of fulfilling your needs, but also fulfilling the needs of others.
Yeah.
You know, using your gifts to help others.
Yeah, definitely. But there's those people that are gonna force things upon you also, that you just have to take a step back and be like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's your goal from me. Yeah, I can make you happy and do this, but be miserable and want to hang myself,
Dude.
and do it. Or I can tell you no, and you be mad at me for a year or two or however long, a few weeks, and I can do what I want to do, and I will be happy, and I won't want to hang myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's finding that pretty much the fuck it, and just doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So,
Because who says it? Gary Vee takes it from somebody. I'm not sure it's him, but they say if you're going to be doing something, if you're going to be working a job that you hate, making minimum wage or whatever the fuck, 9 to 5, hating your job, hating your life, you're going to die young because of all the stress that you've undergone. Why not convert that time of doing all of this, all the energy that you put into work that you hated, into something that you love? Then it would change completely, because you're not working to die. Now you're working to live, or you're living the life that you want to live.
yeah, you're literally living.
So that to me is more important than finding success.
Yeah.
You know? So with that being said, there's another goal that you haven't said quite yet.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So
Yeah,
go ahead.
So anyways,
My other goal was being able to travel the world to flip.
Flip the bird. every continent. Fuck you. Australia. Shut it.
exactly. Is all you want to watch me do 2 flips?
To blur that out.
My bad. I forgot. We have a minor.
I could do a
It's
couple
okay.
flips for you right now.
I got 2.
Yeah.
So explain what flipping is for the uncultured,
Okay, so-
uncultured community.
So flipping is just like,
You can look
You're
into the camera
camera.
also.
okay, so flipping is just your regular backflips. You're just like, I don't know.
Front flips.
Yeah, so
Side
like,
flips.
So hardcore parkour.
Yeah, so like your
The free
acrobatics.
running, all of that. Acrobatics.
Yeah, so, yeah.
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 So that's
So-
so you want to go to every continent.
No, I just want to be able to travel, like,
Just travel. and-
Yeah,
travel,
travel
travel
and
doing what you want to do.
compete and being able to see everybody how they do their tricks and learning off of them. I think that's so awesome.
And
like-
right there, that like spark of like wanting to do something
we
that inspires you.
we could feel that
The energy.
the excitement just
Yeah.
from what you were saying.
You said you want to go to school.
Yeah.
You said you want to go to school as if someone was fucking had a knife to your back.
Yeah, straight up.
You said you wanted to flip as if you had a fucking rock right here with your name on it and a fucking ocean down there to flip into.
Yeah.
See, but then there's that little, the little talk in the back of my head saying, "Are you sure that you could do this? Are you sure that you're gonna have enough fun?
We're gonna
This
have fun.
is gonna take-
This is gonna be a blast.
This is gonna take a long time to do this. Are you sure you're up to do this? Are you sure you're fit enough to do this?"
Okay.
Oh, bro. Dude.
Okay. So you say this is gonna take a long time to do this. How
yeah.
long is engineering school?
Dude, okay, so you gotta do your 4 years.
He went to engineering.
At least.
Mhm.
At the least, you do your 4 years for your bachelor's, right? But that's assuming that you do everything right. That means you take calculus when you first start off as a freshman.
Calculus.
Then you do calculus 2, then calculus 3, then differentials of equations.
We're not pushing you away.
I hate
We're not pushing you. Let me say that again. We're not pushing you away from school at all, but we're explaining to you that why you say it's gonna take so long to do this. Yeah. So go on.
So then those 4 years of doing all that fucking math out of nowhere, numbers stop being a thing, and then that's not accounting for all the other classes you have to take for the engineering courses.
That's just math.
Yeah, those might be fun, but even that you have to use the math in order to get to where you want. Plus, there's a whole idea of it's the real world. And that's where I got kind of hit with because I wanted to make the Iron Man suit, but it turns out you got to get like real with it. Yeah. You know, there's like real like thrust and physics to this shit. So then you have to learn all that. So that takes about 4 to 6 years, maybe even longer, depending on what degree path you're.
46.
Yeah,
it could be 46.
Yeah, it could
Who
be.
the fuck knows? So then after that, you have to get your master's degree. That's another 2 to 4 years. And then after that, then you get picked up by Intel. You're probably already interning in between there, right?
Which is school and work.
Yeah, which is school and work, meaning that you never have a girlfriend, you never go out, and you never sleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After that...
You're never awake at the same time.
Right. After that, you secure a position at a job. Say you land Sandia Labs. Then you have to work for somebody to do shit that you don't want to do, but for somebody else that you want their robot made or their production line created. And then after that, you come up with an idea and you patent it, and then you get rejected by multiple patent companies. This is just a hypothetical, of course, but it does happen. So, you know, you have this path that you want to take, but it's way longer than you expected. You'll be successful in the engineering field no matter what. If you put the work into it, and that goes for anything, that's not discouraging. It's gonna take time no matter what you do.
That's what I was getting.
You just gotta see the work and see if it's worth it for you.
Yes. So some businesses too, like where I work, I can think of stuff to make my work better for all of us, a lot easier. In orientation, they made it very, very loud and clear that if you think of something to make this business run better and you try to patent it, you can patent it, but the patent is owned by them.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no I can't sell it. If I thought of it while I was working there, they own it.
Yeah.
So that might go with Sandia.
Yeah, you might get a promotion.
Yeah,
you
but
might not.
you're not going to make millions off that idea that you just thought of because it belongs to them now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, we're not trying to discourage you, but you said it's going to take so long for me to do this. You just named 12 years, pretty much, for engineering.
At least, yeah.
You take the first 4 years of school and you do the same amount of time doing flips in those 4 years, you'd be
unstoppable.
If not the best, one of the best parkour guys in the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And here comes the real life.
I hate when he brings up the real life.
the real life
It hurts me every time.
How this works. Okay, so you're 14 years old. You still have 4 years to decide. Some people say fuck it and just drop out of school. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have 4 years to decide whether or not flipping is what you want to do in life. Because if not, you're gonna run those 4 years, and at the graduation, you're gonna be like, fuck, now I have to go to school. And after you actually enroll into school, you're gonna be like, fuck, now I'm in school, I'm paying all these bills and this and that. Well, I might as well stick with it. So now 4 years down the road after that, so you're done with your bachelor's degree in engineering, gray hair already, whatever. Now it's too late. You think to yourself, it's too late. I can't do flips anymore. I have a belly. I'm not fit anymore. I'm old.
I haven't done that since I was 14, 18.
Yeah. So then, like, the further you go down a path, it splits with your other path. Right now, you're at a good point in life because you're 14 and you don't really have
a split yet.
Yeah. Right now, you're still going straight.
You can still choose.
You still have the point to decide, but you need to decide, and that's what sucks. Is you're gonna have to go against the grain of what a lot of people tell you.
A lot of people, and
with whatever direction you want to take.
With our people, it's the grainiest wood you can go along with.
Yeah.
Or go against. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You'll get splinters. You'll bleed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if that's what you want to do, like,
It'll be.
I've said this on every single podcast. Fuck everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you want to do. At the end of the day, you go to bed and you are in your own mind. You can go to sleep with a supermodel, but as soon as you lay down, she falls asleep, you're thinking in your mind, I shouldn't have been an engineer. I should have done flips. I should have drove a monster truck. I had that opportunity. You're in your own mind. You have to do what you want to do, because you don't want to die thinking, damn, I should have done that. Yeah. We've talked about this multiple times in
absolutely
almost every podcast. You just got to do it because you don't want to have that thought.
I mean, look at us. We're in our 20s, right? Like 6 to 10 years from where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
We already have some regrets, and like that's tough because
we're not even old.
We're not even old. Imagine if we were, and like we were looking back on this, and a lot of people are. A lot of people look back and they're like, "Well, I had to do this for my family, or I had to do this because it was what was expected." Well,
it's what they wanted me to do.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you did decide that.
Yeah,
you could have decided to do what you wanted to do. Struggled a lot, but you could have done what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's why we like to listen to super successful people, because that's what they tell us. They're not successful because they fell into it, but because they went against the grain. They got their splinters. They got their hands broken. They bled. They cried. They sweat.
They failed.
But by the end of it, the one thing that mattered was that they continued.
And they did what they wanted to do.
They did what they wanted to do.
And then once you get to that point of you actually succeeding, everybody wants to go back with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a thing too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still going to be salty people. Foot thing.
It's funny. Andy talks about that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, people that told me that I was a stupid kid for trying to open up my own vitamin shop. It's like 10 years later, they come by asking for a job.
No, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet. Yeah.
So, yeah, of course, there's people like that.
So go on. Am I really going to do it? It's going to take too long.
The one main thing that I always think about is where am I going to get the funds? Because
there's a will, there's a way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, that's I don't. How do I put this?
So how much right now, as is? How much does it cost you to do a backflip?
Nothing.
Okay, how much does it cost you to do a front flip?
How much does it cost you to record both of those and put it online?
Are you like talking like cameras or just like
no, just
record?
As of right now.
Dude, I mean,
I have a phone. You have two of them.
We have phones. This is what's great about this era. There's no excuses, right? That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So how much does it cost?
Nothing
at all.
But
I bought you, or I didn't buy it because it's not a real thing.
Yeah, the mat.
That flipping mat, so you can practice. You know what people love more? How do I word it? Like, we love to see people do flips, and that's sick.
Entertainment.
That's dope. No. We just love to see that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what people love more than that? Seeing people fall doing flips. People doing scorpions. So post videos of you failing. Post videos of you eating shit, and that'll get you where you need to go. Guaranteed. Don't be like, oh, I didn't land that one. That one hurt my back. Delete.
Yeah.
Post that shit.
It's the process of doing it, and people would love that. If you go back and you look at Demi, what the hell's her name? Demi something.
Oh no, it's not the same.
No. She's a.
You're an idiot. His boy Demi.
His friend.
Yeah. It is got that.
I think her name is Demi Baby on Instagram or something, and she's like a gymnast.
I think I know who she is.
Right? So she posts fucking everything. She'll be super hyped. She'll be herself, and she does what she wants to do. She'll go to the beach, do some flips, flip into the ocean, and then she'll post her fail videos too. So one guy's holding her up, and she falls on him. Like, it's cute, it's fun, it's nice to watch, but she had to get there somehow. And right now, you label her as professional, but she's still learning too. And it's nice to see that we're all human, we're all growing, you know.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that too, posting those is, say you post all your fails. Now you're 14. You go back when you're 24. Badass dude that's doing flips off of shit and just the crazy shit you show me online. You go back to those same videos, and like, dude, I can even do a backflip twist. Then check this out.
Yeah.
But now look what I can do.
Yeah.
Look how much better I am. And I was scared to post that.
Yeah. I was looking at the videos that we used to watch when I was little, and always dreaming of like wanting to do that. And then now I look at those videos again, and I could see I could do everything plus more than what those guys could even do.
Yeah, so every time you go outside and do flips, I'll even go buy you a one of those
Little stand.
Yeah, for your phone, a tripod.
Oh yeah,
for your phone, so you can even use mine because I don't ever use it right now. Whenever you're going out and practicing, just record it.
Yeah.
Label it. Practice for 30 minutes. Here's some of the shots from today. Or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like you said, if there's a will, there's a way. If you want the funds, you can get the funds.
Yeah.
Yep. You can work a McDonald's job. That's what they're for.
Yeah.
That's what minimum wage jobs are for.
Yeah. Like I told you, go dig ditches like I used to.
I'd have to do that in college anyway.
Exactly, to pay for student loans.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I'll have to be paying for those the rest of my life.
See, all the goals that we have, they're not goals that we can achieve tomorrow.
Yeah.
All the goals that we've put in place for ourselves are gonna take time and sweat and pain, and we're gonna fail. But we put them there because we have to do them. We want to do them. Those are the main things we want to do, and we're gonna fucking do them. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. And they're on our goal list for a fucking reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really good. I think a great way to decide later on, I mean, you don't have to think about this tonight.
Yeah.
But you go with your gut. And I read this in the book, Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. And he talks about, for the artist or the professional or whatever, they decided because it's not what they had to do, it's what they needed to do. Or it's not wanted, it's needed. It's not what they thought they should do, it's what they needed to do. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
So it's something that they felt within themselves, that it's something that if you were to not do it, you'd be failing yourself, humanity, and whatever. But you need to do that thing because it wouldn't be you if you didn't do it. And I was like really like, wow, like up in the air kind of thing. But it's you'll find it later on. You'll be like, oh, I fucking need to do this. I'll shoot myself if I'm working at a desk.
Yeah.
You know?
Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I felt the one instance of doing that when I was like manager.
Shooting yourself?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I was there and I'm just like, I'm standing there. It's not that busy. I'm like telling people what needs to be cleaned and everything like that. I'm like, I have to be back here tomorrow and do the same thing. And then again, and again, and again. And it's like after 8 hours, 9 hours, a 12-hour shift, you're like, the fuck am I doing here? Like, and then that's when it hits you. I was like, I this isn't for me.
Yep.
But then it's like something that you want to do. So like for me, it's like making movies. That to me is like, I need to do that. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking dramatic, but it's like, if I don't do that, I'm going to be stuck bartending, serving, fucking selling door-to-door lemonades. I don't know. Like, I can't do that with myself, you know? So, it's just something that I have to do.
Yeah.
So you just got to find that. Make that decision for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this. Say tonight you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow you wake up and you feel bigger and just strange. You're not in your own bed. You wake up and it's 10 years from now. What do you want to wake up doing? Like, if you woke up...
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about
okay.
it.
Wasn't sure if I explained that clearly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So, like...
I like that. Even I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
like...
Supermodel. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Like, honestly.
I'd wanna... So, like, this is, like the real. So, like, I'd wanna wake up, like, go in my kitchen, drink my protein milk, make myself a good breakfast, go to the gym, not your gym, not your kind of gym.
Yeah, I know what kind of gym.
Gymnastic gym.
Oh, okay.
Practice a little bit. Go to my... Oh, sorry. Go to my, job that I have to work at, and then just keep practicing from there.
So you see yourself in 10 years still practicing for flipping?
Yeah.
Working a part-time job?
Yeah.
Good.
Probably working somewhere that allows that, too. I feel.
Yeah. Maybe not even a part-time job.
And it's
a full-time job or whatever.
I said the funds, it was for traveling around the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you get that with...
Sponsors
from the flips and all that.
Yeah, and see, that's another thing that I doubt is being the best at it, to where I'm gonna get sponsors.
Like Joe Rogan says it best. He says when you think that you have to be the best, there can't possibly be the best or the man or anyone. Mm-hmm. Because if you're the man, if you're the best, there's no higher to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not the best, there's always room to be better.
Yeah.
And there's always someone bigger and better than you. So there's always someone to be better than.
Yeah.
If you're the best, well, you might as well stop.
Exactly.
Because you already made it. You're already the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't be the best. Because you always have to be striving to beat someone. And to be better than you.
So like, if you were to look at some of your idols, and you'd be like, oh, fuck, well, he's really good. Why doesn't that stop you right there?
Why doesn't it stop me from
practicing? Yeah.
I don't know. Well, sometimes it does. Because, like, I think, like...
No, it's okay. It's good. It's good. Let it keep talking.
Because then, like, I feel like I'll never, ever reach that point of, like...
But do you think that there's someone better than him or her?
No.
So it's a one person?
Like,
it's one person?
Yeah.
You know their name?
I don't.
Well, then they're not that good, then, if you don't fucking remember their name.
Yeah.
I always have his name, and I'm always talking about him. But for some reason, I just can't think about it.
Okay, well, next time you think about him, just remember, he started somewhere.
He wasn't the best.
He wasn't the best.
Vagina.
Yeah, that's true.
And now he's the best. But there's always better. You watch the Rocky movies? That's what those whole series is about. Rocky, not the best. Apollo, the best. Rocky loses to Apollo. Rocky beats Apollo. Now, Rocky's the best. Rocky loses to Mr. T. Mr. T kicks his ass. Rocky goes back and beats Mr. T. Next time. So it's just like this thing. It's just...
I guess...
Better, shit. Better. You know, it's just like this back and forth kind of thing. You just always got to keep striving to be...
Well, it's like that other Rocky movie, too, that young kid that he trains.
Kicks his ass.
Yeah. He could have been like... No, Rocky kicked his ass, didn't he? The first fight?
I forgot which Rocky.
He's a young guy. He's like... Rocky's the best in this movie. And he's training this guy, and this guy's like, you know what? I can beat Rocky. He doesn't. But that's the mind thought you have to have. He's the best, but I can be better than him.
What hit me when you said was, he didn't just do one backflip and automatically became the best.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of this whole time.
Absolutely.
Well, that goes with everything. Literally everything. The people that I watch doing smoke tricks, you think they just pick the e-cig up and it's like, oh, whoa, what?
Yeah, see,
it's like, what the...
And for some reason, I thought like that.
Yeah,
but now that you say it, like, it hit me, you know?
Baseball players, the MLB, NFL, NBA, all of them started somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan. You know he got kicked off his high school team?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
He used to suck at basketball, didn't he?
Oh, he didn't. I don't think he sucked, but he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he sucked if he got kicked off his basketball team.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I heard that the reason why he got kicked off was because he
was too good.
No, he wasn't horrible, but he had a mouth.
Oh.
So they didn't want to deal with him anymore, so they kicked him off.
And even in the NBA, he still had a mouth.
Oh yeah, because he was the best.
Because he was the best.
But
then
now you look at Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. They want to be better than Jordan because Jordan's a legend. He's the best.
Mm-hmm.
But now who do you hear? Oh, he's better than Jordan.
Yeah.
LeBron
And
James
then
Kobe,
and
which
then-
they're not. But
Exactly. But then the best becomes subjective, meaning it's not real
Mhm.
because it's just in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? So, but at the end of the day, all you got to do is be the best version of yourself. So now it's not competing against everyone else. It's how much can I put into it until I literally just fall over and fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that. That was a good one. It was good. Don't.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. He does this shit to me every time. Yeah. Don't. That was a perfect thing to say. Like.
So I don't know. I can't even speak.
Yeah. I can't like.
Woo!
That
Lost
was,
for words.
that was a good one. That was definitely a good thing to say.
So, go ahead.
No, I didn't. I said because I didn't know what else to say.
So, what are your thoughts now? Like, so before you came into this, what were you thinking?
Like before I came on the podcast,
Yeah. What'd you...
think we're gonna talk about, or like what do you-
let's say, how'd you feel about flipping before the podcast?
Exactly what you said, right?
Oh, like okay, so like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
So like I was doubting myself every once in a while, but then like when I started practicing, I was like, I could actually do this. But when I wasn't practicing, I was doubting myself.
So don't like I said before the podcast started, don't answer these how we want you to answer it, or how
Yeah.
you think we would. Answer it correctly. Like, if you still feel that way, tell us. Like, we're not gonna be like, fucking
Yeah,
close.
you
We're not gonna
fucking learn.
Yeah, we're not gonna have him on here anymore because he's giving the audience rubbing them
Negative
wrong.
offense.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We're trying to teach people something. Not
Yeah.
it like we're honestly just here to listen. This is just we're not trying to teach you anything.
Yeah,
We're
this is
we're
a
having
podcast.
we're having a conversation.
Yeah,
like,
you're talking. Yeah.
This has nothing to do with it. They
Mhm.
have nothing to do with it. We want to know, like literally. I love to hear this shit.
Mhm.
So we want to know how you actually feel and if what we said even tweaked your mind thought in the slightest. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no, it did, because as I was saying, as when you said you can't just be born the best. Like he had to go the same path that I am going through. He had to start by one backflip at a time, and grow towards his practicing, and that's like alright. So
Comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like it's not that big of a task.
yeah,
Something that we talk about is like taking those one step at a time,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's with everything that you do, you can't full force it because then you'll eventually fall on your face and it's going to hurt and then you're going to be kind of discouraged to want to do anything.
Yeah.
So then that's why it's like one step at a time. You do the right steps that it takes. Just keep practicing, you know, and I really like that you're this young with this mind thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
For sure.
like I mentioned earlier, a lot of kids, they're focused on other shit.
Mm.
And that's not healthy for our society.
Yeah.
Especially, but even for themselves, because where are they going to be when they grow up? They're going to be working whatever job they have, wanting attention,
Mm-hmm.
blaming everything on everybody, not looking at themselves, you know, not trying to grow within.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good to have
That
The-
mindset.
that mindset at a very young age.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I wish I can go back and have that mindset.
If I could go back and talk myself into it, I'd be like, yeah, dude, just fucking think for yourself.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, because the worst choice that I made was letting other people make the choices for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 14, you kind of have to. You have parents still that you have to listen to. You still abide by their rules and stuff. But you can still go out and do flips.
Yeah.
You can still go practice, and that's not against their rules. That's not going to kick your ass because you're doing flips in his grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can still do that. Do your chores and then go do flips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish I could go back and, like, I guess practice what I'm trying to go forward to do now.
Yeah. I think it's scary. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, for me, I just didn't have anybody there to tell me that was an option.
Yes, we didn't either.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
well, he does now.
So, but then this is what's cool is, like, with social media, we're able to find that. And this is where the tool comes in of, like, using that correctly. So, I stumbled upon entrepreneurs. I stumbled upon Tyler. So, we just...
I stumbled upon you also.
Yeah. Yeah. We're stumbling into greatness. So pretty much life is just stumbling into shit.
Pretty much.
Until you stumble into something correct.
But you might stumble into some shit sometimes, but...
Yeah, but you just stumble out of it. But, so social media was a great tool. It's a great tool to find new people, new connections, but also don't use that as a crutch, you know?
Yeah. It's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Yeah, very easily. It could be a bad thing, easier than it could be a good thing.
Yeah. But use it right. Have the right
Exactly.
mentality for it.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else? You want to add anything else?
No, I don't think so.
No? Have any questions for us, or you want to talk about shit with us? We still have a few minutes if you want to go the full hour.
I'm down for whatever.
Hey, we could even go into an after party for this.
Yeah, definitely we can.
Yeah.
What's
So
that?
Better.
it's just a little laid back, a little more laid
Talk
back.
about whatever the hell we want to talk about, really.
Pull out the beer. No,
Yeah. Take a shot. Just kidding. No, he can't.
he will not.
He will not
At all.
partake in any alcoholic beverage whatsoever.
Exactly. We are responsible. Underage drinking is very bad.
Yeah.
But I got a fake ID though.
It's not like I just went through puberty.
He
has his fake ID.
Dude, that was one thing I was so nervous to do on here, and before we start recording, I was all I was like, what if I have like 4 voice cracks in a row?
Then we make fun of you.
Yeah.
And we laugh.
We'll put
and
the
we
laugh
continue.
track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight up.
No, it's not, like I said, it's not even about that. It's conversations. We fuck up. We laugh at each other. I call him gay. He calls me gay.
Yeah.
Call him a little whatever.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, but...
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not good enough for the internet, for the interwebs.
Oh god. I would need to know what he's about to say.
But yeah, no, that's literally like we're not scripted.
Yeah.
We're
Actually, right now there's a whole
some dude's back here holding up
up
postcards.
key codes.
Yeah,
What the fuck? He just dropped. Dude, what the fuck? I told you to keep that shit posted up there.
You're fired.
You're fired. Get the fuck out.
Fired.
This is a high production set.
It really
if you
it's
didn't
costing
know.
us millions.
Yeah,
of
we're
dollars.
literally outside in Switzerland.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers aren't paying up.
We legit have a time machine.
Yeah. Travel.
Time camper.
I don't know what.
To camper.
Time camper.
Okay.
Anyways, on that note, it was fucking great having you, Clovis. This
Yeah.
was fun. I'm glad we got to pick the brain of a middle schooler.
For sure.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Real honor.
Hopefully you'll be back. Yeah, dirt on your phone. Do you want to put the bow on it? Add something sweet.
Sweet. Simple to the point.
Yeah.
Just the limitations are set by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If you want to succeed, you're going to succeed. You just got to work for it. And it's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of pain.
Yeah. Do you want to add something to it? What you learned today? Man.
You got 20
I
seconds.
feel like I'm in like class.
You got 20
No, I don't have
15
anything
seconds.
to add.
Nothing?
No.
All right. Thanks
All right, brother.
for joining us.
Thank you
Remember,
guys for having me.
Okay. click that subscribe and like button if you haven't already. Clovis, thanks for hanging out, bro. Alright, and that's it.